Reason and logic. What's up?
Hey, sorry, man. So, I'm not sure. I listened to the space for a little bit, but I wanted to challenge the idea of the nexus of Christianity. So, who is the biological father of Jesus?
He has a biological mother, not a biological father.
So what you're doing is you're perverting the everything we know about biology of one man and one woman. So, so I want to understand this. Like, how do you put that? How do you square those things?
Well, I mean, the presupposition is not that naturalism tells us the total picture. The presupposition is that miracles are possible. So you're simply just saying that naturalism is true. How do you know that?
Well, we don't know that. So Matthew 19 was.
We don't know that. So we don't know that. We don't know that naturalism is. We don't know that naturalism. Hold on. You're saying we don't know natural. Shut up. We don't.
He wouldn't do it in silence.
Are you saying that we don't know that naturalism is true?
What's that?
You just said we don't know that naturalism is true?
Well, my claim is like that Jesus has a biological father, that a male sperm impregnated Mary.
Yeah, I mean, you're fundamentally not even within the bounds of Christianity because you're denying the virgin birth. So no, he does not have a biological father.
So why do you guys suddenly deny the biological reality? But if a trans person comes up and says they're a male or a female,
this is so stupid.
Right? You deny that
because the virgin birth is a miracle, and Christianity is predicated on miracles. So I'm asking you, are you denying miracles and saying that naturalism is true?
I'm denying the fact that miracles are an idea that man's imagination can't understand what's happening. Therefore, they call it a miracle, or they
so you're saying naturalism is true. Okay, so how do we know naturalism is true? How do we know? Shut up. How do we know naturalism is true? Rephrase the question that I've asked you 4 times. Yeah. Your argument assumes that naturalism is the case. So tell me how we know naturalism is true.
When you say naturalism, I guess
you don't even know what the terms.
I asked a specific question.
You don't even know the basic. Yeah, so you're too. You don't even know the basic terms.
Women are required for a man, and a woman are required for reproduction. Are you denying that biological truth?
Yes, because for example, Adam was created and Eve was created without a biological spermination action. So the doctrine of creation itself. Shut up. Shut up. The doctrine of creation itself shows you that yes, it is possible for men and women to exist without biological parents. So now you're again retreating to naturalism, which you don't even know what the terms are in philosophy. So the argument is about the presupposition. You presuppose that naturalism just is the case, and that's your argument. That's its foundation. So tell me how I'm supposed to know naturalism is the case in your worldview.
The argument is that we know for 100% fact
that's a fallacy.
That human biology requires.
That is a fallacy.
We know for a fact that
no.
Human biology requires.
Do you understand in logic that's a fallacy? Do you understand in logic that's a fallacy?
Well, it's not a logical fallacy.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, just saying that we know this. This is how stupid you are. Just saying we know this is an appeal to self-evidence. It's an appeal to no true Scotsman fallacy. It's an appeal to the thing in question. How do you know?
Do you want me to give you that shows that male and female come together?
No, that's not what the argument is.
Like an egg,
you don't understand logic. You're dumb. You don't understand. I know you believe that, but I'm asking you for the justification for how you know that that is universally the case, because that's what naturalism rests on.
Because there's no other evidence otherwise.
That's an argument from silence. That's another fallacy. Welcome. That's another fallacy. You don't know basic logic? Just saying because there's no recorded examples that I can find to the contrary, therefore it's true. That's a fallacy. That's an argument from silence.
I mean, sure that you can actually do that. That's fine if you want to go and do that, right?
That's called logic. Yeah, that's called logic.
The fact that it's ever been done. You have no evidence for the fact that it's ever been done.
No, but see, now you're going to have to debate different types. You're going to have to. Yes, I can.
Baby without sperm.
Yes, I can.
You cannot demonstrate. No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
Do it then, please.
Yeah. I have a worldview which gives an account for the possibility of reasoning and logic, which is the Christian paradigm. You have a worldview which undercuts the possibility of that. So my worldview, which claims that there are miracles like the virgin birth, are coherent and make sense and have justification, and your worldview doesn't. That's the argument.
But that is fine, but that's just your preference. Your preference.
Where did I argue a preference? You're too stupid. Can you restate? You can't even restate what my argument is. You don't even understand the argument that's being had right now. What is my argument? Where did I argue preference?
Well, right now you're saying that.
Where did I argue preference?
Well, of course it's a preference.
Where did that come into that? There was no preference argument. There was no preference argument.
Your preference, yeah, you decided in your life to go into the Christian worldview whenever we have other evidence to suggest.
Did I make that argument? That's a straw man. Now it's another fallacy. You're making a straw man. Dude, can you do basic logic? That's a straw man. When did I argue that it's true because this is my preference and what I went to? You're giving a psychological report. That's not what I argued. I made a transcendental argument. Can you refute that?
We're going right back to it again. Who is Jesus' biological father?
There isn't one.
Are you disputing the fact that
this is so low tier?
A male egg or a female egg in a male sperm in order to have a child? Are you disputing that fact?
Yes, because it's a miracle, idiot. So you're going to have to prove that miracles are not possible.
I'm just saying, demonstrate the miracle.
The demonstration.
Demonstrate the miracle.
Shut up. The demonstration is in the paradigm being able to give an account for the thing that you're relying on. That's the argument.
Okay, so I'm suggesting that a miracle is just simply man's imagination that they can't actually.
Yeah, I know this. You've said that twice, but you haven't given an argument for why that's the case.
Where there's an actual biological.
I know you think that. I know you think that. That's not an argument, by the way. That's an assertion. I want to know how you know that that's the case universally.
Because it's been observed.
No, it hasn't. You can't observe universals. Shut up. Are you omniscient?
We can go back.
Are you omniscient?
For 100 years.
Are you omniscient?
I'm not sure what that means.
You don't know what the word omniscient means.
Yeah, no, I don't know. But
you don't know.
It doesn't matter, though.
It does matter because you can't. You're so stupid. You can't justify.
Your assertion is that
it's not assertion.
Are able to be created without sperm.
You made a universal claim. Did you make a universal claim?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't. Your argument doesn't matter.
Is it your assertion that human beings?
Notice that these guys can't understand basic logical concepts like universal claim. You made the claim. What do you mean? So your argument doesn't matter? Are you saying your own argument?
Is it your assertion?
Are you saying your argument doesn't matter?
I mean, like, it should be simple, right? It should be simple.
Are you saying that your argument doesn't matter because you said it doesn't matter that you made a universal claim?
I'm saying that you are making a claim that is against biological facts that we've have established for hundreds.
You're begging the question.
And what you're appealing
you don't understand what it means to justify a claim.
You're appealing to a miracle. You're appealing to.
No, I didn't. I made a transcendental argument. I didn't.
Figure that can't be actually proven.
You don't even understand the argument. The argument is proven by the transcendental argument, which you don't even understand and you're not able to address. Can you restate the argument?
It doesn't matter about transcendental.
So it does. So the argument doesn't matter. So there you see. This is worthless because this dude is too stupid to understand what the argument actually is. He can't justify a universal claim, and then his idiot response is, "I don't care that I made a universal claim." That is the argument. So you can keep saying you don't care, but that's just undercutting your own argument, you idiot.